Welcome back to the Bible Reading Project. It is Friday, the last day, but continue to read Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And before, since it's my last day on here for this week,
Thank you.
I figured we would play a game.
Oh, are you going to come back though?
Yeah.
Is this a game for me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I could pass or fail kind of game?
No,
Okay.
it's just a witty game.
And I even asked you, what game are we going to play, and what did you say?
I said, you can't know.
Okay, so I'm just going to go with you.
Okay.
I'm going to trust you. Go for it.
So
I'm
the
ready.
game is I'm just going to say one random thing, and you have to say what comes to your mind first.
Okay.
But no thinking.
It's
Just
going to be
just say
Mexican
it.
food or Diet Lemonade.
Well, I'll say 5 things, so we
Okay.
it don't take up too much time.
Oh, no, that's good. I'm good.
Okay, ready?
It's Friday. People love you. They will sit. I bet people would watch for an hour.
But it's just as
with
witty
being
for you
on
as it
here.
is for me, because I have to think of things to ask.
I'm ready whenever you are.
So,
Okay.
ready?
I just throw whatever comes to my mind first.
Yeah,
Go.
don't even think about it
I won't.
for 1 second.
Trust me. I will not think. I will just go with whatever comes to my mind.
Okay, ready?
I am.
Sky.
Why you treat me?
No, I didn't. You thought too long.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start over. Okay.
Could do a new one, not sky
Oh,
anymore.
that's good. I'm good. So now I'm thinking about sky. I don't need
No.
to think about sky. You're just gonna
It's
say
anything.
You're just gonna say a word and boom. I don't need to think about sky and try to match it up with something.
Nope.
Like I was starting to think, should I say bird? Should I say cloud?
Just see-
Don't need to do that.
Nope.
Just
The first thing.
I'm ready.
Okay. Ready? Church.
Dog.
Grocery store.
Coffee.
Table.
Chair.
Green.
Grass.
Mexican food.
Monterey.
That's it. That's 5.
Oh,
Good
that's
job.
Pretty good. Thank you so
That was
much.
awesome.
I want to play now.
Okay.
Okay,
I knew
ready.
the tables were going to turn.
Okay, ready? Thor.
Dog.
Dog.
Pet.
Pet.
Love.
Love.
Matt.
Oh, yes. I knew I would get Matt out there.
Was that on
Matt,
purpose?
You are welcome. I knew I could pull out because I knew you loved him, right? We've talked about baby Thor all
Yep.
week long.
We have.
But I knew I could feel the love for Matt. So I just had to work it out. And the love for Matt is really there. How long have you and Matt been married?
5 years.
5 years. And probably what most people are wanting to know now is not pre-trib, post-trib, or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's, when is baby Loch Nessa coming?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. So there's no plan out there 5 years from now to little baby
Well,
Loch
in
Nessa?
5 years, hopefully they'll be at least 3 years old. So there's kind of a plan.
Okay, that's
But not
cool.
this time.
Okay.
So.
So we're rolling up on Thanksgiving. You going back to Chicago? That's where you're from. No, we're going to pull Mom this way?
Hopefully. I'm trying to get her here before tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to work.
Come on, Mom. We want you here to take up little baby Loch Nessa. And I want you to know that I'm trying to get baby Loch Nessa and Matt to have little baby Loch Nessas running all around.
Yep.
That would be cool. So you work here at the church, right? What do you
Yes.
do here for us?
I help administer the kids to make sure they're organized.
You do a great job.
And the teams know what to do. And I have a desk that I sit at for most of the days.
Awesome.
And I get the mail, receive packages, and help you people and really do whatever I'm asked. So.
That is awesome. And we have an agreement that if you have little baby Loch Nessas running
Yes.
around, we will bring little baby Loch
Yes,
Nessas.
to annoy everyone.
And he can hang out with people. And I'll teach him to play banjo or something.
That'll be great. Little baby banjo.
So let me ask you a question. How long have you been here?
2017 February.
2017 February. What's one thing you've learned being here?
Lots. The main thing that I've learned is what's most important in the kingdom is relationship and discipleship.
That is so true.
That's the most important thing.
That is so true, which is what we're trying to do on our Bible reading project, which is to inspire people. So can we just read a few verses again and then chat
Yes.
about one final thing for the week? Verse 12 again is where I'm going to start. You did it yesterday. I'm just going to pick right back up and read again. I watched as the Lamb broke the 6th seal, and there was a great earthquake. The sun became as dark as black cloth, and the moon became red as blood. The stars fell to the earth like green figs falling from a tree shaken by a strong wind. The sky was rolled up like a scroll, and all the mountains and the islands were moved from their places. And then the final verse we've talked on, the great day of the wrath of the Lamb has come. Who can survive? You got a question for us today?
I do.
Lay it on us.
One of my questions from Post-Tribbers, aka Matt, is are the 7 seals also the wrath of God? Since here it says their wrath has come.
It has come. Mm-hmm.
And so does that mean, is the 7 seals also wrath? I guess is the question.
So basically, is seal number 1 the beginning of the wrath?
Yeah.
or is seal number 6 the beginning of the wrath?
Yes.
My normal, just off the cuff answer is, what would it matter? The wrath has come. Right. Unless you wanted to back up and go, see, we'll go through 1 through 5. Right?
Yes.
So if we're going to be delivered from the wrath and the wrath doesn't come till 6, then praise God, I get to go through 1 through 5.
Right.
And so I'm going to be part of a conquest. I'm going to be part of a bunch of killing and murdering and taking over. I'm going to be a part of a lot of worldwide famine. I'm going to be a part of 1/4 of the earth dying. I hope I survive. So then the wrath of the Lamb comes. So what I believe, and I'm going to go back, because tell me the question you've been wanting to ask me all week long about the fig.
Oh, the figs.
Yes, you've asked every day. I'm going to ask this question, and I'm like, what a weird question.
Yes, it says the stars came down like green figs. What is that?
Keep reading. You didn't read it all. Read the whole thing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was just reading off
verse 13.
Yes. Then the stars of the sky fell to the earth like green figs falling from a tree shaken by a strong wind. Okay,
so we would have to ask with that question, if that's kind of letting us know what's going on, that there's a fig tree. They're green, so if they're green, what would that mean?
Death.
Okay, or they're ripe.
I was thinking because of pale green, the horse.
That could be true, too.
So sorry. But yes, also ripe.
That can be true. So that they're ripe, and when they shake, they come off the tree, they fall to the ground, and the wind. So we could ask, well, when does the figs, let's look at it from a fig perspective, when do these figs that are falling from a tree shaken by a strong wind, we would say, when is their real detriment? Is it while they're still on the tree? Is it while the wind's blowing? Because obviously the wind has to blow first before the figs even fall. And then the wind has to blow hard enough to shake the tree.
Yeah.
And before the figs fall. So we got two things happening: wind blowing, tree shaking, and then it says, and then the figs fell to the ground. Right? So if that's an analogy, then we could say, rather than trying to say, is the figs hitting the ground, the wrath?
Right.
Or is the wind starting to blow the beginning of the wrath?
Right.
And I just think it's no different than, is seal number 6 the wrath of God has come, or is seal number 1 the releasing of a white horse, kind of like the wind that's coming that will shake the tree, that will cause the figs to fall to the ground, and then we would go, oh, the figs are dead now. They're all at the ground. I think it's kind of the same thing. Like, when does the wrath come? Well, it's pretty clear. It's seal 6. It came at seal 6. But that doesn't lead me to think that the beginning of the white horse coming was not the initial moving in of that thing. Because a white horse wouldn't really signify wrath has come to the people that are here.
Right.
They're just going to see a guy coming on a horse to conquer. Well, we've seen that for every generation. So that's going to feel kind of normal. Right? And then, oh gosh, seal number 2, there's a bunch of killing going on. Man, humans are murdering humans. Yeah, we've seen that go on. But there's something different about the horse conquering, because this isn't just like a Napoleon, coming. Right. This is a seal. Yes. So it's connected to a seal. So something about the conquering now is divine. But it's a divine thing that's unrecognizable. I'm just assuming it's a guy coming to conquer, and that's just like every other war, every other weird dictator. Seal number 2, a red horse. It's war. It's killing and killing. Oh, gosh, there's war everywhere. Nothing about that's divine at all. Seal number 3, it's famine. Oh, there's always famine. It's because you global warmist people are killing Mother Earth off, and, and Corona 23 is here and killed off everything. And so there's nothing there to connect to the divine. All of that's natural. So in the natural perspective, seals 1, 2, and 3, at least seem, if you don't have a revelation, how would we know this is the wrath of a lamb? It just feels like everything else going on, but maybe a little more heightened. Seal number 4 drops, and now it's like, okay, now a new horse is coming, and it's death, and it's hell, and he has come riding. And these two were given authority over 1/4 the earth to kill with the sword, the famine, and disease, and wild animal. Again, there's nothing about that from a perspective of people left on the earth to even remotely know that this is a divine thing.
Right.
It's like death. We've always had death. Killing with the sword. Yes. We've always had famine. We've always had disease. We're going through one right now with COVID, and then wild animals. So it's like, yeah, it's a little worse than normal. It's probably because of carbon emissions, and we never got the new Green Deal passed. And that's why this stuff, Mother Earth is mad at us. And then the fifth seal comes, and it really has nothing to do anyway with anything on earth. It's something going on in heaven because we see all the dead souls. So obviously, there's a lot of persecution going on the planet. A lot of God's people are being murdered on the planet through the first four. Still doesn't feel supernatural or divine. Feels very natural. It's when the sixth seal comes, which is what Matt's question is the sixth seal the beginning? And we could say, well, yeah, it's the beginning because it says the wrath to come. Or is the sixth seal the revelation of what began? Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
The sixth seal is the beginning. It starts at seal 6, and that's when the wrath comes. Or is the sixth seal the revelation of the wrath that's come, that started at number 1?
Yeah.
All right, so let's just read the end again. And they cried, listen to what it says, verse 15. Then everyone, the kings of the earth, the rulers, the generals, the wealthy, the powerful, and every slave and free, all hid themselves. Now it says then, and that's after seal 6, right? So there's something about seals 1 through 5 that the people of the earth don't understand the divinity of this thing.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason to hide. They're probably trying to fix everything. There's no reason to run for the hills. There's no reason to try. They're not even connecting it to anything. It's kind of Mother Earth gone awry, but it's still kind of normal. We're used to it. We've seen it. Maybe we can fix it. But here it says, and they cried to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us. And then the weirdest phrase of Revelation 6, from the face of the one who sits on the throne and the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of their wrath has come. And so I don't know if I would fight that. Like, does it come with 6 or did it come with 1? I would just say kind of like a fig that's ripe falling to the ground. When it hits the ground, we can go, okay, well, there it is. That's when it happened. But if I go back and say, well, when did the wind start to blow? Because it was the wind that shook the tree that caused it. So I go back and go, well, in 6, they're all running for the hills. And they have a revelation, it's the wrath of the Lamb. But when did that start?
Yeah.
I believe the wrath of the Lamb started with seal number 1. He's holding a scroll. And when he broke it, his wrath started, but they didn't see it.
Yeah.
He broke a second one, but they didn't see it. A third, a fourth, a fifth, down to the 6th. And at the 6th one, they see. Kind of like Elisha and Gehazi. I pray you open his eyes that he may see there's more with us. And he did, and he saw the angels, right? Yeah. So we do know that from Scripture that sometimes God is doing things that we don't really see.
Yes.
You know, I guess it's hidden by revelation, or it takes a spiritual eye of discernment to understand what's going on. So that's kind of where I would land. I would land, no, seal number 1 is when it opened. Seal number 6 is when they got the revelation of it, because this was different than anything else that we've ever seen.
Yep.
Like Mother Earth but not just Mother Earth. We're going to talk about it next week of how did they know this was the wrath of the Lamb. What revelation came a group of people who are rebellious, that this is a God thing and not a human thing. We're going to talk about that
Definitely
next week.
Watching next week.
Yo, and thank you so much for hanging out with me all week. Will you come back? Are you a coffee drinker?
Yes.
Could I give you a box of Black Rifle coffee to take home with you?
I would love it.
Would you prefer just black from Black Rifle Coffee, which is more of a medium roast coffee? The medium roast was developed to be the best drip coffee you will ever taste, featuring a cocoa and vanilla aroma, bold tasting notes, and a smooth buttery finish. Indulge in the founding roast of Black Rifle Coffee.
That one sounds pretty good.
Okay. Dark roast, my fave. This dark roast doesn't explore the darkness. It lives in it. Our go-to dark roast is where bold meets delicious. The robust flavors feature a spicy aroma with the dark chocolate tasting notes and a satisfying smoky finish. Would you rather have a smoky finish of a dark roast that explores the darkness, but not just explores, it lives in the darkness? Or would you rather have a cocoa vanilla aroma or a spicy chocolate aroma?
I'll try the vanilla.
The vanilla. Ladies and gentlemen, she has chosen the Just Black. I pray you like Just Black.
Thank
Nessa,
you.
Thank you. It's my gift for you being on. And if someone else would like to come on and be part of the Bible Reading Project, simply hit us up in a comment or DM us and say, I would love to come and sit on that. Maybe you know more about Revelation and can help us know some more.
Yes.
We would love to have you. But until next week, have a great, great weekend. And remember what Nessa said, read your Bible every single day. How many excuses?
0.
See you Monday.